Hey girl, hey.
Hey.
How you doing?
Excellent.
Excelente?
Excelente. That's what I'm just going to start saying, like, no matter what. Excellent. Speaking it into the universe. Excellent.
Yep.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Well. You're so fancy.
No, I always hate when somebody that is fancy asks, how are you doing?
I'm well.
And you say, I'm doing good, thanks. And they're like, and you say, how are you? I'm well, thank you.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck. They totally are like, that girl doesn't know grammar. Remember when we were in school and they would be like, you're not doing good.
Yeah, you're well.
You're well.
Well, and it's like the, this is going to sound real bad, but the people that put a comma, happy birthday, comma, Courtney.
Because of grammar.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
I mean, I hate a comma. I never know where to put them.
Me either. Like, I know.
Kind of.
Yeah. But then I'm like writing an email and what is it, spell check or grammar check, be like, no, you need a comma here. And I'm like, no, that's the dumbest place to put the comma. What are you talking about? Yeah. You don't know. Read the whole sentence.
Yeah, I don't know. Commas are irritating to me. I don't even know how we got on this.
Grammar.
I hate.
How are you doing? This is how our conversations go. We start out in one, and this happens in real life. We start
all the time.
We start out in one area, and it just flows and keeps going and going and going, and then we talk about 20 things, and we're like, oh yeah, back to
what we originally started talking about.
ADD.
Yeah, I hate a comma. It like. I feel like sometimes it doesn't make sense where you throw them, But then you read an email and you're like, I feel like this should have a couple more commas.
Yeah.
I don't want him to think that I'm like an idiot,
One run-on sentence.
Yeah, but then I'm like, well, I start breaking them up with periods instead, and then they're the shortest. I'm like, I hate it here.
I feel ya. We can't be the only ones.
I just don't ever want someone to read it and go, well, she's an idiot. I mean, even if I am.
I know.
I don't want them to know.
I know. But you know what? It's none of your business.
None of my business. Exactly.
None of your
business.
business.
It is none of my business if they think I'm an idiot.
I
probably think they are too.
I'm totally in that mood this last month of the year. I'm like, they don't like me, none of my business. They talking about me behind my back, none of my business.
No. You got to move your
what do I got
headphone cord.
What pissed you off?
It didn't piss me off. I just no, got it. Because
well,
there you go. There you go.
Like this, put it underneath my arm so I can't dick around.
Because it just keeps hitting your thing.
It is me.
I do have very bad ADD today. Sorry.
You're fine.
But
that lack of sleep.
I want to know when that ends. Because I can take a lot of magnesium.
Yeah.
I could probably take a Tylenol PM. And I would still wake up at 2.
I hate that's annoying when you're like, oh man, I'm going to have good sleep.
And you're even tired. And you're like falling asleep, struggling to keep your eyes open at 7 p.m.
And then your body wakes you up at midnight, 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock. So dumb.
And I'm not good without sleep.
Never have been.
I can stare dead ass at someone.
I know.
And they're talking to me. And if I haven't had sleep.
At least you don't got that jaw out.
Yeah. We're really aware of that. Thanks. Anyway. But I could stare dead ass at someone and I'm not hearing a word they say.
I know.
I do it to you too.
When you know Des, you know the look she gets in her eyes, and it's just like glassed over. Ain't nobody home.
Lights out.
She might have heard a couple words.
I could get the gist of it. Don't ask me for details.
I can tell when you're really trying, like when you recognize it yourself, because then you start shutting off everything else, and you'll close a notebook or turn off your computer or set your phone way away from you because you're really trying.
I do. I try. But, I mean, I think I've even started a few, like, we had a couple meetings at my house last year. I don't even know. And a couple of them I started with, I am socially exhausted right now, so if I look like a bitch, it's not on purpose.
Happens this time of year, every year. Yeah. Also, like, is it hormonal? Is it this time of year? Is it, I just feel like, why, how come I can go 2 months and sleep? I'm like, I got this down.
Yeah.
I figured it out.
Yeah.
I hacked it.
And
then all of a sudden it's like, no, you didn't.
Yeah. Well, everything's hormonal right now, right? And are we just aware of that because it's always in our face?
And I think it's just more people talk about it. Yeah. They don't hide it.
Right.
Brush it under the rug no more. Mm-hmm. I think women are finally like, no, you're going to fucking listen to me. Mm-hmm. And this is why I'm crazy.
Yeah. So crazy. So crazy.
Daz and I had a conversation the other day, and it made me giggle, and I was like, we have to talk about that on the podcast. I had seen a TikTok where in South Korea,
she tired today too.
I'm really trying not to be. They enforced martial law. Mm-hmm. And this lady she took pictures of tanks rolling down the streets.
Yeah, absolutely not.
So I was joking, and she goes, I would go crazy.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I would panic.
She would be so scared.
I would, because, like, that's a big deal. And this lady's just like, so we're currently under martial law. And it didn't last very long.
No.
I think it was like
hours.
less than 24 hours. But that wouldn't have been my first thought to get on TikTok and tell everybody. Like, I would have been... I'm I would have been a mess.
So when COVID happened and we like first went into lockdown and earthquake in Idaho, she started crying because she was like, we're dying. The world is ending.
And I don't know why, I panicked because it was so out of character.
It was.
And, like, we don't have earthquakes in Idaho.
No.
Like, baby ones that
not that you
can't feel, right? And so, like, the governor, everybody's standing at home watching TV, and the governor's like, you're not allowed to go anywhere. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I'm upstairs, and our job was super stressful at the time.
Yep.
And I think it was the same freaking day.
Yeah.
Same fucking day. They're like, lockdown, martial law. Wasn't really, but...
Close enough.
And then I'm upstairs, and, like, you're trying to figure out your job, and I felt the freaking house swaying, and I'm like, absolutely not. We're dying. It's the end of the world. I know it.
So we were giggling because we knew she would be the panicker. Mm-hmm. And I would be the one that wanted to push the limits.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Courtney would be breaking curfew and shit.
I'd be like, I'm just going to work. I said I would totally be the one that was like, you told me I can't, so I want to try. But then I would walk outside, and they'd come towards me, and I'd be like, just want to get some fresh air. I'll go back.
Okay.
Sorry about it. You actually mean business. Sorry about it. Don't kill me.
I probably would have been one of those people that we'll just say I panic. When
you calm down, you just initially panic.
Yeah, when I start crying because of the earthquake, Cory looked at me like, I know.
It's going to be okay,
I know. He's
babe.
like, it's okay. I'm like, no, it's really not.
Well, you called me crying, but you were giggling at yourself.
Yeah, because I know how ridiculous it is. I'm totally aware of the person I am. Like, I'm not in hiding about it. I'm not like, I'm just so calm and cool as a cucumber. No. They said we can't leave our house, and now my house is shaking. We're dying.
The end of the world.
But I would be the martial law. Okay, tanks rolling down the street. I'm in the crawl space of my house. I mean, hiding. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of thought. See, now I'm going.
Now you're conspiracy theory. What would I do if it happened? I honestly
thought I need to figure out how to build a panic room. Like in that movie. I know. So crazy, right? Somewhere I could go and be safe.
And then just put some food in there.
Yeah. And because like crawl space, I couldn't be in a crawl space.
No, hell no.
I mean, I feel panicked when Cory goes in the crawl space.
That's where I would get panicked.
I hate it.
Tight space, dark, mice, spiders.
Yeah.
I would
No.
die.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like
So
people,
I need a panic room, a hidden room.
well, get to building it.
Yeah.
Maybe we should invest in a shelter and we just have a. Have you seen?
We're those
speaking
people.
of, yeah, we're conspiracy theorists.
That's a hard word
Now
to
it is.
say.
Sorry
You're a
about it.
conspiracy girly.
There
We'll
you
just
go.
call it that.
Not really. We're kidding, but
But
I need to send you a TikTok of a guy who, like, these people invested. This panic thing is, I mean, the biggest underground bunker you ever did see.
so it's not a panic room, it's a panic village.
Village.
Really?
Rooms, pools, kitchens.
I mean, I'm sure there were people during World War II that wish they had that, you know?
true.
But
They've got security around it so that if shit happens and goes down, people can't show up to it and be like, let me in.
so like in the side of the mountain type shit.
Because the door to it, like, opens up ground level. And then you go into it. But it's, like, wide, huge, like, storefront doors to go in. So, you know, it's got, like, it comes up like this, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And then they've got, like, prison fencing around it.
See, that's a little crazy.
It is.
I just want a
That's a
room in
little-
my house. Like,
See, that's a little far.
I mean, I can get over it quickly, but crazy shit's going on in the world. It could happen.
I hope it doesn't, but yeah.
Me too, but
How about we go to something more fun?
yeah, absolutely.
That glitter in the air today.
So pretty.
It was so pretty.
What causes that
Well,
phenomenon?
the Treasure Valley weather guy, I was reading something when we have the inversion like we do, and there's any moisture in the air, it has to come down somehow.
So it comes
So it's
down in
snow
crystals.
or crystals. Yeah, it was so
It was
pretty.
really pretty. I was glad that you came in and said something about it because I didn't know it
See
was
it?
happening. Yeah. Yep. So a little update on Cory's sleep talking.
Oh goodness,
Sleep
what's he got
screaming.
now? What he got for me now?
So we have 2 bedside tables, right? With lamps. And Cory hates light in the bedroom. Like, our bedroom is a dungeon. It really is. Like, blackout curtains, like, so his lamp isn't plugged in,
Oh,
right? So the other night I'm sleeping and I hear like him move. And you know when it's a different move that they normally don't make? So like you're aware of it. And I hear click, 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 click. And I'm like,
he's trying to turn.
I go, what are you doing? Trying to get my light to come on. I'm not kidding you. He was up on his arm and just click, 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 like turning the little knob on the lamp so fast. And I'm like, why? Are you okay? And he's like, I need some light. And I'm like, why? And he was speaking so clearly and doing something that he usually doesn't do. I thought he was awake.
Yeah, that he needed something.
Yeah. I'm like, do you need me to turn on my light? No, I need my light. Click, 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 click. And I go, hey, babe. And he just fucking laid back down.
He doesn't remember
Just laid back down.
the dream at all.
So in the morning, I said, why were you trying to turn on your lamp last night? He goes, what are you talking about? I'm like, okay, so you were sleeping. And he goes, I did what? I said, you were like dead set on turning on your lamp. He goes, it's not even plugged in. I said, exactly. So the only thing I can think of is he has one of those leg lamps
Yeah.
from A Christmas Story.
Yes.
And we have it in the living room. And every year
Loves
his
that.
mom is like, I was worried you wouldn't let him put it up,
Yes.
because it doesn't match like your Christmas decor. I'm like,
He loves it.
it makes him happy. Like, I'll set the damn lamp up.
Yeah.
Well, it sets in the window this year. And he turns it on every night. So that's the only thing that I could think, because we don't have like lamps around the house or anything. But that's the only thing I can think his brain was like thinking about.
He needed
was
to
his
turn
leg
on
lamp.
his light.
He calls it his, of course, major award.
Oh, yeah.
Where's my major award? I'm like, you're the one bringing in the Christmas decor.
Find it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Click, 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 click.
You're so good about just going back to sleep.
Yeah.
And
Most of the time.
letting him go back to sleep. Because I would be like, nah, wake up. I got to know what he was dreaming about.
Yeah.
Why did you want to do that?
Yeah. Well, and he sleeps so hard that he probably wouldn't even be able to tell me what the hell he was doing. You know what I mean? Because he's like, I don't know.
Well, and then when you get woken up, when you sleep that hard, you're pissed, you're kind of annoyed.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Fuck are you waking me up for?
Couldn't even talk to him about this in the morning. And I can usually go back to sleep pretty easy, unless he's screaming in my face that time.
Adrenaline.
That one got me.
I bet.
That one got me.
I bet.
So, yeah, just a little update on Cory's sleeping.
Oh, that's funny. I don't know about y'all, but we have been kind of homebodies, which is fine.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm not beating myself up about it no more. But we're trying to find balance to go to things and forcing yourself to when you don't want to sometimes. And we really did not want to go to a Christmas party there was this week. And then we went and we had such a great time.
We did.
And then
made all kinds of plans.
So if you're feeling kind of down or tired or cold and don't want to leave your house, that's fine. But every now and then push yourself out just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was good to see people and talk. And
be reminded that people do kind of like you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I remember we went, of course you remember.
What?
When we went and got our hair done and my sister had that lip color on.
Yeah.
I got mine.
Is that what you had on today?
Yeah. So it's called Wonder Skin Lip Stain. And you see it all over Instagram. And it's you put it on and it's blue and then it flakes off. Uh-huh. I've been very skeptical of purchasing it, even reading the reviews and stuff. But my sister sold me on it. And so I bought it. It wasn't expensive. But the lip stain that peels sometimes in the...
It almost looks dry.
Yeah, and it just sucks everything out of your lips, or it peels up on the inside.
Almost looks like skin is peeling.
Yeah.
Yes.
This doesn't do it at all.
Good.
It's a little pink, probably for right now, but I just wanted to try it. This is one coat, and you can put chapstick over it, and it doesn't
Isn't there
fade
different colors though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have another one on the way. It's more of a berry red, which I think will be pretty for this, but I was pretty impressed with it. It doesn't feel like I have anything on my lips at all.
That's good. I need to get one.
And you can overline them too.
I like a lip stain because I like gloss. I don't like a matte.
Right.
I rarely wear. I might twice a year wear lipstick. Mm-hmm. So I like to wear a gloss over it.
Mm-hmm. And you can on this one, because some of the lip stains, I feel like you couldn't put a gloss over it because then it fades in certain areas or does cause it to peel a little bit.
Where it's more wet.
Mm-hmm. But this has chapstick over it, and none of it came off. It didn't feel any different at all.
You'll have to send me the link.
I will. And they have all kinds of colors. So, Wonder Skin Lip Stain. Give it a try.
Give her a try. Des and I are going to try to be better about our Instagram. We feel a little impostery, and post our outfits and maybe some links and different things that we're messing with. But We talk about feeling impostery and not wanting to do it. I saw a video today, actually, where the guy said, you're going to have people that are going to talk. Just know that that they're going to.
Mm-hmm. It's none of our business.
It's none of our business. And they're going to talk until they realize it's working.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's working, they'll shut up.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody going to be talking either that's not trying harder than you.
Yep. It's very true.
So.
Very true.
So. I hit Desiree in the back of the head yesterday.
Why are you bringing up bullshit?
So, and very lightly, by hit, I mean tap. So Desiree, when she's feeling feisty or irritated at somebody else, she wants to just put her hands on you. So
and not hard.
So she'll smack you on the back of the head or put her hand around your neck like she gonna choke you out.
Yeah, but I don't really mean it.
And she'll be aggressive in your face. It's funny. It's really funny.
Yeah.
But so she does it often. And yesterday I was sitting next to her and I just felt like doing it to her. So I tapped her on the back of the head and she looked at me and she said, "Don't ever hit me in the back of the head again." It incites rage.
And I don't know why.
I said,
but I love to do it to other people.
You hit me in the back of the head all the time. And she goes, "I know."
Well, and it's almost like one of those things that just happens, you know? And you're like, whoa, bitch. Like, even about your own self, right?
You can't control it.
No, and I mean, it took 2 seconds before, because I did flip around and look at you with daggers.
You did. You said, I really don't like people to hit me on the back of the head.
But I think I just did it to you last week.
Yeah.
See, I shouldn't be such a cow. See you next Tuesday.
I thought it was funny.
I know, but
if I really want to incite rage, I'm just going to tap that head.
Mm-hmm. That's all you have to do. I don't know what it is about that. Or like when Sophia wants to put her hands on my face.
She knows that it incites rage in you. It's freaking funny.
And I mean, after listening back to some of these podcasts, people probably do think that I'm just like...
Why?
A raging bitch.
I don't think so.
I don't, like, if I'm cleaning and, like, we've talked about me rage cleaning.
Oh, yeah.
And then I be hitting Courtney in the back of the head, but if she does it to me, I'm gonna body slam her.
Then we talked about how there was one time in the office, in our old office, she threw something at me and I was like, "God damn it." So I turned around and I threw it back at her and she goes,
"I didn't throw it that hard."
She didn't talk to me for the rest. No, it was probably 2 hours.
But I was definitely a little more quiet.
She wanted to leave that office.
Is that like a middle child thing? Like, I can do whatever I want, but you can't?
It's just a normal.
Nah, that's not normal.
I think it is because we don't think... I don't either. I don't think about retaliation.
No.
So, like, when I scare you...
Oh, my God, that makes me mad, too. See?
When
I'm angry. Mad lady.
But I am the same way with that. Like, when you scare me back, I'm like, "This bitch." Mm-hmm. Or, like, if I scare Josh and Josh gets me back, I'm like, you didn't scare me anyway. I knew you were there.
I knew you were there. You got us so good one time with the scaring. Like, and Mom loves it too.
Because you guys
she loves it
she
too.
Does love it.
And just thinking about it makes my heart race.
You were in here chatting. Remember that time?
Yeah. And if Courtney can't see anybody, he's in the front of the office. And we have a bell on the office, right? Well, she... See, this is sneaky kind of shit. Like, this is the shit that your parents were probably wanting to kill you for. Yeah, this kind of sneaky shit. She will open the door so slow, like patient, like a sleeper cell. You know, she's patient. And she's just opening it so the bell don't ding. And then we'll slowly walk around the corner and then just fucking scream. And I'm immediately ticked. Immediately. Like, I don't even... Or, like, when Mom wants to hit the door.
Oh, she does. She do be doing that, and she hits it so hard and so loud. That gets
Courtney
us.
and I will both shut down.
Or scream when we're driving, when we're in the car. It's the fucking worst. The one time I wanted to kill her.
And she just laughs like such a psycho.
I know.
Like, but I don't behave this way with anybody else.
I know.
Nobody else. I would never like
Turn
hit
around.
Jamie in the back of the head. You know what I mean? Could you imagine Jamie?
Or Cory.
Corey?
I don't think...
I do it to Cory.
Do you?
Yeah. I do. Because I like the noise it makes.
He gonna hit you in the back of the head one time, and you're gonna be like,
I'm gonna break an arm. We got health insurance. They're like, did this happen because of an accident?
I've
Nope.
seen you do it to your mom too.
Because she's got a little head.
She is tiny.
Yeah, I just have to relax though and just let it happen.
I think it's funny.
It made me laugh.
You don't
yesterday.
ever do it like to where it hurts.
No. Well, God, I hope not.
It's just funny.
Just the sound, the little like.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just not funny when you do it to me. Okay.
I think it is.
Do as I say, not as I do.
I just know that if I do it, I gotta be ready for you to be annoyed for a minute.
For a minute. I recovered pretty
You
quick
do.
yesterday.
You laughed at your own self.
Because I knew.
Sometimes when we scare her, it takes her a little longer to recover.
I told my mom one time, she got us so good. I said, I really like, you're lucky you're my mom. She goes, God. And I meant it too. I said, because I feel like I can't harm you. But if you weren't my mother, I might.
Oh, goodness.
So on a, like, not darker, well, yeah. John Bonet Netflix special.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
It's super
So
interesting.
sad.
It is so sad. I mean, we had just turned 14. It was 96, December, right?
We were, ew.
Yeah.
It was like, my math said we were like 8.
Oh, I think we were 14.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, it was the day after Christmas in 1996.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But this goes into the media circus and how it's so, like, I just can't imagine to be wrongfully accused and it be all over the media, and then
Yeah.
like you can never live your life.
No, this is a court of public opinion.
Yeah.
Right? And it, to me, like watching it, it all stemmed from the way the police department handled it. Mm-hmm. The
Yes.
lead investigator on it, and he came out with that whole theory of how Patsy had killed her daughter.
Yes.
The daughter wet the bed, and then in that interview, they're like,
Was there soil?
were the sheets soiled? And he was like, well, no,
Right.
but she could have changed them.
Right, but then it goes on to the interview where the other guy is like, you can see she was dragged out of the bed and you can see the sheets pulled. It's just so infuriating, like you said, when somebody comes up with, they get stuck on one theory, and it's, as an investigator, you should be looking at
All of it.
everything.
Yeah. Well, and then the Geraldo Rivera show, that...
I was pissed. I was so furious.
Yeah, and they're saying, like, there was that one lady talking about the saxophone.
Yes. I had to rewind it to show Josh.
I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, I can't imagine not knowing, like, having any background in investigation, having any sort of, like, knowledge of this family except for what I've seen on the news. And her to make those bold of statements, opinions.
And you guys, this is a spoiler alert because we're going to tell just so that you can understand what we're talking about. But the one lady was saying that Jean Benet was masturbating in public for a minute.
Yeah, with the saxophone.
With a saxophone.
While she was on stage.
And she was performing at a senior's, like, for seniors.
Right.
And she was dressed, and she goes and she picks up a pretend saxophone, and she dances with it. Dances with it.
Like the way Kenny G did.
She's 6 years old. She had choreography.
Right.
And she just moved around with the saxophone in her hand. And
nothing about it looked like masturbation.
And anybody who thinks that to me is sick.
Yep.
That threw me too. I was like, oh my God. And then, I mean, just all the evidence, the stuff down in the room, the thing on her neck, the rope in the other room, and then the DNA. Like, there's definitely one of those people that I feel like did do it, but
the ones at the end that they were talking about, that dude that was in Thailand, he was creepy as shit.
Yeah, and he knew way too much.
Way too much.
I have a feeling that's who I feel like.
Me too.
And I think they need to go back and mess with the DNA again.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ugh, man.
And you wonder too, like, had the police department not zeroed in on the family and actually, like, investigated it and processed evidence and asked, and would it still be a cold case?
Right.
Because I think they lost a ton of time by just automatically assuming. And the poor mom, I mean, she had to die, without this ever even being solved. And now the dad's 80.
Yeah. They would have definitely had more evidence. The other thing that's sad is the brother.
Mm-hmm.
And the court of public opinion on him. He's 9 years old.
And they say he committed that crazy of a crime.
Yeah. You feel bad for them. Yeah. It's maddening to think.
Oh, for sure.
That it's this. I mean, how many years? Almost 30 years.
Almost 30, yeah.
28 years. So crazy.
But we do say Netflix specials seem to pull a lot of weight and results.
You know the Lou Smith guy? Mm-hmm. And how Josh goes, you would love that job, huh? I was like, Des and I, sometimes I feel like I could go in and make a difference. Mm-hmm. Because I'm checking everything. I'm like, that's evidence.
Yep. Well, and they said
you just think you could do a better job, but you probably can't. But.
Right. And I mean, they were saying that they didn't even make the house an active crime scene. Like, there were people in and out. There were people drinking orange juice and eating fucking bagels. Yeah. Like, what?
Yeah. That guy did say I shouldn't have let that happen, but he was at that point thinking it was a kidnapping, and then not even going down into that room, but then getting mad that the dad started there. And I told Josh, I probably would have started there.
Down, work my way up.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's crazy.
Y'all had to go watch it because it was
really good.
Yes.
Sad.
Yes.
Really sad.
Well,
ending on a good note.
Yeah, ending on a positive note. Josh and I, and last year was the first time I did it, and Josh thought I was silly.
So did I.
I just wanted to put treats out for the delivery drivers, which it doesn't have to be expensive. Like, I bought a box of chips, put some chips in there, put some little jerky packets. I bought a box of chocolates, bought some waters, just put that out there with a sign that says, thank you for all you do throughout the year. Please take something.
Yeah. And I do say I thought you were ridiculous, but that is probably one of the things that I love most about you as a best friend and a human is the thoughtfulness of that and how happy it makes you to make happy. Other people happy. I pick on you, but it's Josh, because I go, no, never mind.
Is that extra? That's what Josh is like. I was thinking, is this extra? But Cort, nobody's gonna take anything or you're being extra.
Right. I love it.
But we put it out there, and really quickly, Josh, because we have the Ring doorbell, and a lot of them would get like super excited, and you could see them get excited, or they say thank you, or them picking what they want. So then this year he was like, we need to do the cart.
I love that he was totally on board too.
So we got the cart out last weekend, I think, is when we first started. And we got our first guy, and Josh sent me the video on the Ring, and he's like, we got our first happy customer.
Mm-hmm. I love it because the guy really was like, oh, thank you. But you don't even think about it. Like, it's not like he can swing by McDonald's and grab lunch or, the gas station or whatever. Like, they're on their route. And if they had a hell of a morning and forgot to pack something, like, it really is super thoughtful.
Yeah. So,
I might have to copycat.
Yeah, do it.
Damn it. I'm going to leave mine up all year round. Just kidding.
I thought about it, but I was like,
Yeah.
I think I'll just do it in the seasonal time.
I love it. Because we do be having them at the house a lot.
Yeah, because I'm not going into the mall to shop for presents.
Hell no.
I'm doing it all online.
Yeah, and sometimes do you get Amazon deliveries at like 9 o'clock at night?
Yes, Amazon and FedEx.
Crazy.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
Hope you liked it.
If you guys would go like, follow, comment, share, do all that kind of stuff, we would appreciate it. Des has some tags at the Ace Hardware that she's been helping with some senior homes.
The senior living facilities. It's like a little giving tree for Christmas. And, if you're not here locally, maybe think about the seniors that are living in facilities near you. They're kind of like the forgotten population, I think.
Yeah.
And some of their wishes, like new white shirt. I mean, they're so simple. Case of Pepsi.
Yeah.
Snacks. But it just gives them something to open on Christmas. And a lady here locally, her name's Patty Kibler, she started it. And I just think it's really sweet. So
there was, last we knew, a few tags left at our local Ace Hardware. So go grab you one if you have the means to be able to help this year. We would like to have that finished.
Yep.
But thank you guys. We'll see you next week.
See you later, homegirls.